Hello, welcome to the channel Our Day Stories. Sit back and listen to a new story. But don't forget to subscribe and like it.
At the heart of a perfect marriage can lurk secrets and cheating that can ruin everything. But when her husband learns of his wife's betrayal, he decides to answer her in an unexpected way. What she least expects is in front of her. Listen to the end to understand all the nuances of this story. Vanna Starnes sat alone in her cozy living room, her eyes fixated on the flickering flames in the fireplace. It had been a long day, filled with a mix of emotions. 30 years of marriage with Roger Brady had come crashing down when Lisa Guerin, Vanna's closest friend, had revealed her betrayal. The revelation had left Vanna shattered, her heart torn between anger and sadness. Lisa and Roger's affair had been going on behind her back for months, and Vanna couldn't believe she had been so blind to the signs. She had trusted Lisa, confided in her, and now her world had been turned upside down. Vanna's mind raced with questions. How could Lisa do this to her? And what would Roger do? She knew that revenge wouldn't heal her wounded heart, but a small part of her yearned for justice, for Roger to experience the pain he had inflicted upon her. Days turned into weeks, and Vanna found herself unable to confront Roger. Instead, she withdrew into herself, seeking solace in the solitude of her thoughts. She knew she couldn't hide forever, but the thought of facing her husband was almost unbearable. One evening, as the sun began its descent, Vanna's doorbell rang. Reluctantly, she rose from her favorite armchair and made her way to the door. Opening it, she found Gary Hampton, Roger's best friend, standing on her doorstep, a concerned expression etched on his face. "Vanna, I'm sorry to bother you," Gary began softly, "but I've known Roger for years, and what he did was despicable. He's been racked with guilt ever since Lisa confessed, and he wants to make amends. He wants to talk to you, to explain himself." Vanna's heart wavered between curiosity and fear. She had longed to hear Roger's side of the story, to understand why he had strayed. Part of her hoped his explanation would bring closure, but another part of her feared it would only deepen the wounds. "Okay," Vanna finally managed to say, her voice barely a whisper. Gary nodded understandingly and left, promising to send Roger over in the evening. As she closed the door, Vanna's palms grew sweaty and her stomach churned with nervous anticipation. The evening arrived, and with it came Roger Brady. Vanna opened the door, her eyes meeting his for the first time since she had learned the truth. His face was etched with lines of remorse, his eyes reflecting the pain he had caused. "Vanna, please," Roger pleaded, his voice thick with regret. "I can't undo what I've done, but I want you to know how truly sorry I am. I took our love for granted, and I could trade everything we had built together. I don't expect forgiveness, but I need you to understand." Vanna stood there, her heart pounding in her chest. The weight of Roger's words hung heavy in the air, his apology echoing in her ears. She could see the sincerity in his eyes, a glimmer of the man she had fallen in love with all those years ago. With a heavy sigh, Vanna invited Roger inside, motioning for him to take a seat. They sat in silence for a moment, the tension between them palpable. Then, with a trembling voice, Vanna began to speak, sharing her pain, her doubts, and her shattered trust. Roger listened intently, his gaze never wavering from Vanna's face. He absorbed every word she uttered, the weight of her pain seeping into his soul. As she poured out her heart, he realized the magnitude of the damage he had caused, the depth of the wounds that needed healing. When Vanna finished speaking, there was a long pause, the silence heavy with unspoken emotions. Roger took a deep breath, his voice steady but laced with remorse. "I can't change the past, Vanna," he began, his words measured. "But I want to spend the rest of my life making it up to you. I will do whatever it takes to regain your trust, to rebuild what we had. I love you, and losing you was the wake-up call I needed." Vanna searched Roger's eyes, desperately seeking a flicker of truth. She had loved this man for 3 decades, had built a life together, and now it hung in the balance. Was it possible to forgive such a betrayal? Could she find it in herself to give their love another chance? Tears welled up in Vanna's eyes as she grappled with her emotions. The road ahead seemed daunting, the scars of infidelity still fresh. But deep down, she knew that love had once thrived between them, and perhaps, just perhaps, it could be rekindled. "Roger," Vanna whispered, her voice trembling with vulnerability. "I don't know if I'm ready to forgive you completely yet, but I'm willing to try. I still love you, and that love won't disappear overnight. But know this, rebuilding trust will take time, patience, and absolute honesty." Roger's head bobbed in agreement, his gaze filled with appreciation and unwavering resolve. He comprehended the significance of Vanna's utterances, the delicate glimmer of optimism she bestowed upon him. He made an unyielding pledge within, vowing to transform into the individual she warranted, a man who would never forsake the faith she placed in him. Over the following weeks, Vanna and Roger embarked on a journey of healing. They attended therapy sessions together, openly discussing their pain, fears, and desires. The walls that had separated them crumbled slowly, brick by brick, as they committed themselves to rebuilding their marriage. They also confronted Lisa Guerin, the woman who had caused so much pain. Vanna had once considered her a dear friend, but now she saw the betrayal etched on Lisa's face. There were no heated confrontations or harsh words exchanged, only a somber acknowledgement of the damage done. Lisa, too, expressed remorse and apologized sincerely. She claimed she had been lost and confused, seeking solace in the wrong place. Vanna listened, her heart still guarded, but open to the possibility of forgiveness. She couldn't undo the past, but she could choose to move forward. As the days unfolded, Vanna witnessed the earnest endeavors undertaken by Roger to mend and rebuild the fabric of their relationship. His demeanor exuded patience, unwavering attentiveness, and an unwavering dedication to healing their wounds. Over time, the frequency of tender gestures multiplied, infusing their shared abode with a renewed sense of affection. The genuine echoes of laughter reverberated through the halls, serving as a testament to their restored bond and the joy they once again found in each other's company. Roger also worked on rebuilding trust outside their home. He severed ties with Lisa completely, making it clear that he was fully committed to his marriage. He understood that trust was a fragile entity, easily broken, but painstakingly earned. Vanna, too, played her part in the healing process. She allowed herself to be vulnerable with Roger, sharing her fears and insecurities, and gradually she began to let go of the resentment that had consumed her. The wounds didn't disappear, but they began to transform into scars, reminders of the battles they had fought together. Vanna found solace in the progress they were making, even on the darkest days when doubts threatened to resurface. On a sunlit afternoon, while Vanna was engrossed in the task of organizing old photographs tucked away in the attic, serendipity led her to an overlooked box, long forgotten. Within its confines resided a treasure trove of memories from their nascent years, snapshots capturing moments of pure joy and love that had gently faded with the passage of time. She sat on the dusty floor, flipping through the photographs, tears streaming down her face. Each image carried a story, a reminder of the life they had built and the love they had shared. It reignited a glimmer of hope within her, a hope that their story wasn't over yet. Vanna decided to surprise Roger with a romantic dinner at their favorite restaurant. It had been a long time since they had celebrated their love in such a way, and she wanted to remind him, and herself, of the bond they had forged over the years. Roger arrived at the restaurant, a mix of anticipation and nervousness swirling within him. He saw Vanna waiting at their usual table, a soft smile playing on her lips. The sight of her filled his heart with warmth, an ember of love reigniting within him. As they savored their meal and shared stories of their early days together, Vanna felt a renewed sense of connection. The laughter flowed effortlessly, and the weight of the past seemed to fade into the background. For a moment, they were simply two souls rediscovering each other. After dinner, they took a moonlit stroll along the riverbank, hand in hand. The gentle breeze whispered promises of a brighter future, and the reflection of the stars danced on the water's surface. It was in this serenity that Vanna found the courage to take a leap of faith. "Roger," Vanna began, her voice steady but filled with vulnerability, "I can't deny that our journey has been marred by pain and betrayal, but I also can't deny the love that still resides within me. I want us to try to truly rebuild our marriage and find happiness again." Roger's eyes shimmered with tears as he squeezed Vanna's hand gently. "I want that too, Vanna," he whispered, his voice filled with sincerity. "Every day I'm grateful for the chance to make things right, to show you the depth of my love and commitment." They stood there, enveloped in the silence of the night, aware of the magnitude of the decision they were making. It wasn't a quick fix or an instant remedy, but a conscious choice to heal and grow together. The transformation of time was palpable as days seamlessly transitioned into weeks, weeks gracefully transformed into months, and Vanna and Roger persisted in their profound journey of rediscovery. Together, they joyously commemorated significant milestones, no matter how grand or seemingly trivial, finding solace and rejuvenation in the delicate tapestry of ordinary yet cherished moments that intricately intertwined to compose the fabric of their intertwined existence. Their love deepened, fortified by the trials they had overcome. Trust slowly mended, a delicate tapestry woven from transparency and forgiveness. They held each other accountable, learning to communicate their needs and fears without hesitation. Vanna and Roger's renewed commitment to each other resonated with their friends and family. Their story became a testament to the power of forgiveness and the possibility of redemption. They became a source of inspiration for those who had also experienced heartbreak. She glanced at the clock, wondering who could be visiting at such a late hour. Curiosity piqued, she made her way to the door and opened it to find Raymond Toro, an old friend she hadn't seen in years, standing on her porch. "Raymond, it's been so long," Vanna exclaimed, a smile spreading across her face. She welcomed him inside, offering him a seat in the living room. They exchanged pleasantries, catching up on the twists and turns life had taken since their last meeting. Raymond's expression turned serious as he leaned forward, his voice low. "Vanna, I've been following your journey, the one with Roger," he said. "I must say it's remarkable how you two have found your way back to each other." Vanna's eyes widened in surprise. "You've been following our story?" she asked, a mixture of curiosity and intrigue in her voice. Raymond nodded. "Yes, I stumbled upon an article about forgiveness and redemption, and your names were mentioned. I couldn't believe it was you. Your strength and resilience have touched many hearts." Vanna felt a swell of emotions, gratitude, humility, and a renewed sense of purpose. She realized that her journey wasn't just about her and Roger. It had the power to inspire and offer hope to others who were navigating their own rocky paths. "Raymond, thank you for sharing that with me," Vanna said, her voice filled with sincerity. "It's been a difficult road, but if our story can touch even one person and bring them solace, then it's all worth it." Raymond smiled warmly. "That's precisely why I'm here, Vanna. I've been working on a project, an anthology of stories that inspire resilience and healing. I believe your story deserves a place in it, a testament to the power of love and forgiveness." Vanna's heart fluttered with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. She had never considered her own story as something worthy of being shared on a larger scale. But perhaps through this project, she could provide comfort and support to others facing similar challenges. "I would be honored," Vanna replied, her voice filled with determination. "If our story can give hope to someone in need, then I'm more than willing to share it." Over the following weeks, Vanna worked closely with Raymond, pouring her heart into recounting the tumultuous journey she and Roger had undertaken. She relived the pain, the moments of doubt, and the incredible strength they had discovered within themselves. Raymond meticulously crafted the story, capturing the raw emotions and the intricate details that made Vanna and Roger's journey so compelling. He skillfully wove their narrative into the fabric of the anthology, ensuring that it flowed seamlessly with the other stories of resilience. When the anthology was finally published, it received widespread acclaim. Readers from all walks of life connected with Vanna and Roger's story, finding solace in the notion that healing was possible even in the face of profound betrayal. Vanna and Roger began receiving heartfelt letters and messages from people who had read their story. Many expressed gratitude for the inspiration and hope it had ignited within them, while others shared their own experiences of forgiveness and redemption. The impact of their story on others reaffirmed Vanna and Roger's commitment to their journey. They realized that their purpose extended beyond their own relationship. They had become beacons of resilience and proof that love could triumph over even the. As Vanna and Roger continued to navigate their renewed marriage, they also embarked on a mission to share their story with a wider audience. They were invited to speak at conferences and events, where they openly discussed the challenges they had faced and the lessons they had learned. Their vulnerability and authenticity resonated deeply with those who listened. People saw themselves reflected in their struggles and found hope in their triumphs. Vanna and Roger became advocates for open dialogue about infidelity, forgiveness, and the power of rebuilding trust. Their efforts didn't go unnoticed by organizations dedicated to supporting couples in crisis. Vanna and Roger were approached to collaborate on a book that would provide practical guidance for couples seeking to heal from betrayal and rebuild their relationships. They eagerly accepted the opportunity, realizing that their journey had equipped them with insights and strategies that could help others. Together, they poured their hearts into the book, sharing their experiences, offering advice, and emphasizing the importance of empathy and communication. The book became a bestseller, reaching couples around the world who were grappling with their own traumas and seeking a way forward. Vanna and Roger's story, combined with practical tools and exercises, became a beacon of hope for those on the path to healing. In the midst of their newfound purpose, Vanna and Roger never forgot to nurture their own relationship. They continued therapy, attended workshops, and explored new ways to deepen their connection. Their commitment to growth and self-reflection became the cornerstone of their marriage. The passage of countless years brought Vanna and Roger to a momentous occasion, their 40th wedding anniversary, an event that overflowed with the presence of cherished loved ones. What had once been a tumultuous journey, marred by the agony of betrayal, now stood as an awe-inspiring testament to their unwavering resilience, boundless forgiveness, and a love that weathered every storm. During the anniversary celebration, Vanna took a moment to address their guests. Her voice filled with emotion as she expressed gratitude for their unwavering support throughout the years. She acknowledged the pain they had endured and the strength they had found in each other. Today, as we stand here, I want to remind all of you that love is not always easy. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to face our own flaws. But it is also the most beautiful and transformative force in the world, Vanna said, her words resonating through the room. Roger stood by her side, his eyes filled with pride and adoration. We have learned that love is not perfect, but it is worth fighting for, he added. Our story is a testament to the power of forgiveness, redemption, and the strength of the human spirit. The room erupted in applause, and Vanna and Roger shared a tender embrace, knowing that their journey had come full circle. They had emerged from the ashes of betrayal, not only stronger as a couple, but also as individuals who had grown and transformed through their shared experience. With each passing year, Vanna and Roger steadfastly embraced their shared purpose of disseminating hope and facilitating healing. Their unwavering commitment led them to establish a foundation dedicated to assisting couples impacted by the throes of infidelity. Through this noble endeavor, they provided invaluable counseling services, transformative workshops, and a plethora of resources, guiding these couples along their unique journeys of recovery and rejuvenation. Their legacy extended far beyond their own story, leaving an indelible mark on the lives they touched. Their journey had not only repaired their relationship, but had become a catalyst for positive change in the lives of countless others. In their golden years, Vanna and Roger found solace in the deep bond they had forged. Their love had weathered storms, grown through adversity, and emerged resilient and unwavering. They treasured each moment together, knowing that they had defied the odds and built something truly remarkable. Their love had transcended the boundaries of time and circumstance, becoming a testament to the enduring power of commitment and forgiveness. Their days were adorned with a profound appreciation for the uncomplicated joys that life bestowed upon them, a tender interlocking of hands during leisurely strolls through the park, shared laughter that danced like musical notes over morning coffee, and an enveloping embrace of their cherished memories, suffusing their hearts with a gentle warmth. Within the sanctuary of their love, they found solace, a haven that shielded them from the tribulations of the world. One evening, as they sat on their porch, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Vanna turned to Roger with a tender smile. "Do you remember how uncertain our future once seemed?" she asked, her voice filled with gratitude. Roger nodded, his eyes glistening with affection. "I do. But together we faced the darkness and emerged into the light. We created a future filled with love and hope." Vanna reached for Roger's hand, interlacing their fingers. "Thank you for staying by my side all these years," she whispered, "for choosing forgiveness and giving us the chance to rewrite our story." Roger squeezed her hand gently, his voice filled with unwavering devotion. "I made a promise to you, Vanna, and to our love. I will always choose you, no matter the challenges that come our way." They sat in silence, the gentle breeze carrying their words into the night. In that moment, the weight of their shared history seemed to fade, leaving only the purity of their love and the unbreakable bond they had forged. Enveloped in the comforting embrace of their home, Vanna and Roger acknowledged that their path, though laden with anguish, had guided them to a realm of profound restoration and unbridled delight. Their love, having transcended the depths of betrayal, now radiated as a resplendent beacon of hope, illuminating the way for others who sought solace and redemption.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the story, write your opinion in the comments.